Hello, culinary critics, and welcome to a new game on this channel covering Godlike Burger, a sci-fi, possibly horror-themed cooking game. So, I don't know an enormous amount about this game, but I got it for Christmas and I was really excited to try it out. So, hopefully it'll be enjoyable for both myself and for you to watch. Let's go ahead and start out with the tutorial so we can sort of learn basics of how to play the game. Welcome to the Good Burger restaurant. Want to be the chef of this place? Then a couple of lessons will sure come in handy. If during this tutorial you can't remember what to do or accidentally skipped a step, just open the pause menu. Look, your first customer has already made his order and is currently waiting for it. Let's see what information about him we can find out through the queue item. Alright. You can find the queue item on the top left corner of the screen. All new customers are added to the queue line when they enter the restaurant, and there you can see indicates that you're near the customer. Alright. Time the customer is willing to wait for the order. Ingredients you need to put in the burger. Current customer's activity. Health suspicious annoyance levels. Customer's order number. Alright. So he seems good overall. He's not annoyed. And he wants a burger. Considering it's Godlike Burger is the game, makes sense to me. Have you sorted it out? Good. Let's not make the customer wait any longer. To make your first burger, go to the kitchen using the following controls. In the kitchen, you can find everything you need for cooking. Let's begin with the fridge, where all the burger ingredients are stored. For a start, take raw meat and put it on the stove to fry. After taking an ingredient, you can use it. A to put or B to drop. Alright, so we took that. Raw meat will start to grill as soon as you put it on the stove. You just need to wait until the progress bar is filled. That is some funky looking meat there that we put in. Can you smell it? The patty is fried. Now take the cooked meat off the stove before it gets burnt. Otherwise you'll need to use the trash can to get rid of the spoiled meat. Alright, so the controls are fairly basic, sort of like Overcooked. You can place the cooked meat on the hot table module to keep it warm until you serve the burger. Alright, good to know. Cool, now it's time to get back to the fridge and get the other ingredients to complete the burger. Serve the burger, it should at least contain cooked meat and a bun. Other ingredients depend on the specific order a customer has made. Take the rest of the ingredients to the meat on the table. Oh no, the table module suddenly broke. Unfortunate, but any kitchen supply may break during a day of work. Hit that thing a couple times and maybe that'll get it working again. Great, now when the burger is assembled, you can serve it to the customer. Take your masterpiece to the order handler. To serve the burger, simply attach it to the order number. Good. When you serve the burger, the customer will go to the order handler, pick up the order, and immediately pay for it. Now, having his order, the customer will go sit somewhere and start eating. In case you want to speed up the process, use the following. Okay. Sort of want to follow him and see how he eats this thing. Alright. Customer has finished eating. Now he will rate your service and decide whether to tip or not. Awesome. No mistakes were made in the order. The customer will leave you a tip. Satisfactory. One mistake was made in the order, but the meat is correct. The customer won't tip you. Bad. Two or more mistakes were made in the order. You Pick the wrong meat, the customer won't give any tips. Awful, the customer wasn't served his order at all. It's about time to take a look at a very useful device called the guidebook. Let's open it and check what information it contains. The guidebook contains information about each customer's species who visited the restaurant. Some data is pre-filled. Some needs to be discovered on your own. Now let's talk about each field in details. Alright. These elements show the customer name and appearance. Here you can find out which body parts a meat customer will drop after the meat processor has processed a dead body. Yeah, we'll get into that. Health, number of health points. Karma describes how aggressive this race is. Damage, race damage level. Tips, how much tip customer will leave. And here you can mark the meat type the customer would like to eat. Each race can be satisfied by up to 4 different types of meat. If you serve a wrong meat type, the respective customer will give you a bad rating. Also, each race can be immune to different types of damage, sauce, traps, etc. These can be discovered by experimenting with different ways of killing the customer. Observe the customer activities and add them to this section. That will help you better understand each customer behavior. Now when you're familiar with the guidebook, you can fill out some information and close it whenever you're ready to continue the tutorial. Alright, so he's not that great of a tipper. He's sort of middle of the road on everything. Let's brighten the mood a bit. Go to the radio and tune in a funky station. Sort of curious what's going on next door there. Got like an arcade here. Oh, we got a restroom. We got... I'm gonna go with a robot strip club. Not exactly sure. Evil plant. Aquarium. Coat closet, maybe? Not sure. There we go. That sounds nice. Looks like the customer is going to leave the restaurant. You can either wait or speed up time. I'm guessing I don't want to kill him. He was happy. So he should have tipped me then, in theory. Each time a customer is leaving the restaurant, you will either gain or lose prestige scale points. Depends on the quality of the burger and the service in general. However, only these customers who left the restaurant alive affect the scale. Also, prestige scale points affect the amount of customers which will come to the restaurant and allows you to travel to new planets. Here's a good example. By the way, new wave higher prestige scale means more guests. For each planet, the influence of prestige scale on the number of customers will be different, but they will always come from the teleporters in the parking lot. Alright, all customers in the restaurant are doing something: smoking, dancing, ordering, etc. They will choose their preferences. You should study them to find the perfect moment to kill. Let's wait until all customers enter and decide what they want to do. Alright, so we got 3 different customers here. Looks like we have a freeloader here. One of the customers did not even order anything and is just watching a strip show. Move to the VIP room and get rid of that parasite. Ah, so it is a strip club. There's the bastard. It's time to teach him a lesson. Get closer to him and use the following input to kick his ass. He has got enough for now. Look, his annoyance scale has filled completely, which means they will leave the restaurants. The annoyance level can also be affected by poor service, restaurant malfunctions, etc. Upon reaching 100%, the customer will leave the restaurant. Alright. Knowing customers will decrease your prestige scale points after they have left the restaurant. For right now, let's focus on the rest of the customers' orders. Let's go to the fridge and start making burgers. Alright. As you may have noticed, new customers have ordered burgers with sauce. It's good that we have a couple lying around in the fridge. It indicates that the burger should contain sauce. There's no difference which exact sauce you will use. Just put the one on there you think will work best. Toilet paper or cigarettes. But as usual, you need to fry some meat first, so let's put some raw meat on the stove. Not sure what the customer is doing over there. Alright, one wants that. Looks like I might be able to only carry one item at a time, or 2 items at a time there. Alright. I need some sauce. Let's go with the toilet paper sauce. They both want some sauce, so there we go. Oh, this one's gonna get some cigarette sauce. Alright. Wait, this is the one with the cheese on it. Yeah, so this is for the number 3. Oh, it's not warm. Well, that's unfortunate. All ingredients are required for now. Please not throw away. You haven't served the customer's order in time. Let's try again. Oh, that's unfortunate. Getting used to this. Yeah, we've already done that part. So it seems like we gotta move a little bit faster here. This guy's gonna go over here and we're gonna have to kick his butt. Yep. Let's deal with him. Alright. We dealt with him. Let's go make burgers now. Yeah, I got that figured out. Uh-oh. I messed up already. But you know what? I'll put that on there. They'll each have a mistake to them, but you know what? Good enough. We'll put that one with that one. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta try again. Definitely is challenging. Let's get him in here. We'll speed up time to get him in. Oh, alright. So we didn't get that third customer. Well, that's fine. Yeah. Alright. Let's get these. Let's get that. Put it on that one. That. Put it on that one. There we go. Alright, so this is that person's order. There we go. That's that person's order. When burgers with sauce are eaten by a customer, a sauce timer will start ticking next to the customer queue. Item. Each sauce timer contains a sauce icon and progress bar telling when this sauce's effect will be applied. Let's wait until the sauce effects kick in and see what terrible consequences our poor customers are going to suffer. Alright, so we had a cigarette sauce and a toilet sauce. Sauce timer is finished and the effect will start showing on the customers. You have used these sauces. Force customer to go smoke. Force customer to use the toilet. Alright. First, let's visit a customer who eat the laxative sauce. You can find him sitting on the toilet, as you may have guessed. Looks like there are no witnesses here, so it's time to kill. But before the fight, let's take a look at the main stats of the chef. Your health value. Each customer has damage, which can be found in the guidebook, so you can see how much damage will be dealt to you. Some customers won't fight back at all. Stamina is the value you're spending on each cleaver swing and kick. Keep in mind that when starting a fight, stamina restores over time. So now you can start a fight with the customer. Use following controls. Swing your cleaver. Ow. You almost died, but we'll give you another chance. Cool, now he is dead. You're covered in blood and there's a corpse nearby. That can be bad. Let's take a deep breath and talk about this situation. As you can see, you're still covered in blood and there's a corpse near you. Let's see what will happen when another customer notices that. Blood-drenched chef or a corpse in the room continuously increases the witness's suspicion scale. That guy has run away in panic. Of course he will report to the police what he thinks happened here. For that you will receive 1 police badge. This one looks tougher and more aggressive than the previous guest. Let's observe what will happen after his suspicion scale reaches 100%. Oops, he became aggressive. A red circle around a customer indicates his danger zone. Reaching that threshold means a fight will start. Also, aggressive customers will call the police rather than run away. Can't do anything here. After a customer is called, the cops will get max police badges. Soon after that, the restaurant will be subjected to a police raid. When a police patrol arrives, you will see a police progress bar. This bar indicates for how long the police patrol is going to search your restaurant. Each cop in the patrol will start investigating different rooms looking for anything suspicious. If any cop in the police patrol will notice anything suspicious, corpse, swing the cleaver, etc., he will immediately become aggressive, and he will definitely call his fellow officers. If that happens, the chef will most likely be killed, and after death, all meat, money, prestige, and quest progress will be lost. We don't want that, right? So now it's time to cover your tracks. First, let's remove the corpse, so nobody will find it. The removed body does not immediately become a cutlet. First, it goes to the meat processor. You can use the processing progress in the queue line when the meat processor finishes. Raw meat and other body parts will automatically go to the fridge. Next step is to wash off the blood. For that, you should use the sink. Nice. Nice one. Moving on to the second customer who had the nicotine sauce. He is hanging around in the backyard smoking. Go and demonstrate how smoking may have a negative impact on your health. Gotcha. We'll deal with this a little differently. In order to kill the customer unnoticed and without blood, it is better to use traps. We have one in the backyard. Go there and activate the trap. Alright, let's activate this. Oh, okay, it shot him. Bang, the customer is dead. After an activation, traps are on a cooldown before they can be used again. And since there's no blood on our clothes, all that's left is to get rid of the body. Nice. Seems like we've cleaned everything up, and that's enough, since this day will end. Congrats, you have completed your first day. Upon completing each day, you will receive statistics displaying how well you did. Now it's time to check out the basement. Let's see here. End of day, we served 2 meals. We had 4 deaths. $108, $27 in tips. Rent was $41, water was $40. So we actually lost money for the day. It is expensive running a restaurant, I guess. Welcome to the basement. This is the operations center of your restaurant. Let's see if we can find what we can find here. First, let's go to the office. Well, actually, I think this has been quite a long tutorial here, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. In the next episode, we'll continue with the tutorial and see what we learned. But if you enjoyed what I did in this video, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you back for more Godlike Burger.